Welcome to part 31 of DEI Total War Rome 2 the blah 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 blah. So yeah, when last we left off at a end turn, and that's exactly what we did just now. End the turn. So yeah, not sure. What the fuck? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another one? Alright, so military subversion right there. So yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if we want to push against Athens right away or should we wait a little bit. I want to say pushing right away will be good. It really will be, because our army is not near them. But at the same time, we do need to stabilize our regions first. Though if we do take Athens now, we probably will be able to stabilize a lot easier in the long term. Promotion secured. Okay, and then attrition, Italica 1 should be over here in Noria, so there must have been something going on during the winter that I did not pay attention to. Let's crush the Macedonians. One last fight. And, let's go with an aggressive stance. Make sure they're dead. There we go. The Macedonians were slaughtered. Kill all the captives. Alright, so their agents should be... Yep, they're gone now. And we should have free reign to do whatever the hell we want. Let's see. Let's move one of you over here. And actually, let's move both of them over here. Yeah, fuck it. Let's move all of you down here. Let's move you closer to Athens instead. So yeah, we're probably going to just go straight in for the attack. I think it's just more beneficial if we do. Go straight in for the attack. Because that will be the most beneficial thing of all time. So yeah, so far public order is not going too well. It's not going terrible, but not going well either. What the hell was I trying to build with it? Okay, temple. That's what that was. That's what that was. Temple, right. You can be upgraded farm. That's a good one. Ooh, I'm not seeing anything else right now that really requires our attention for upgrading. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Oh, nope, here's one. We can upgrade that to a shipwright. Okay, yeah, that looks to be everything so far for an upgrade. Oh, goodness, I'm yawning. Because it's like 10:15 where I'm at. Not in the morning, in the night. So, a little bit tired. Kind of one of those end of the day recordings, because I feel like it. At least until I get to editing. Oh my god, I don't even know if I want to edit today or just go to bed and then edit tomorrow morning. So yeah. Athens seems to be pulling back some of its troops. Not all, because I don't think it can pull all. And Pergamon looks like it's very confident in attacking the Athenians again. Which would be interesting. Let's see. You are now level 3. Both of you are level 3. Wow, that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's see. Agricultural, industrial, land recruitment, civil administration, bureaucrat, and agriculturalist, I guess. What is this? Rally slaves. Okay. Single combat assassination. I like that. I think that was it. Yep. And the rest is just population control. So let us move you down south. Regroup with the armies. There we go. That's what I was going to say. And move here. Patrol region. Alright, this should give us some good shit. Let's sabotage the wells here. Oh my god, wow, they really do have quite the garrison army right there. That's one heavy garrison army. I still think we could win it against them in an open field battle right now, but if they bring this giant Athenian army back, holy god, a lot of Thuros hoplites right there. Thuros swordsmen, not the biggest of deals. I mean, they go kind of toe-to-toe against the Histati, but they're just, they're okay. They're okay. But yeah, if that army doesn't come back, then we'll be fine. If it does, we may be in a slight bit of trouble. Actually, you can also move south. So we need 2 turns until this army arrives. And actually, while we're at it, let's move this army over here to counteract the Athenian army. So let's move like such. And let's move you kind of like over here. Actually, no, over here. Yeah, that way he cannot just walk towards us and instantly... You know what? Move over here, yeah. That'll be better. There we go. Alright, so our north... I'm really not seeing any enemy armies yet. Yeah, I still don't see an enemy army. I did see a buildup of the Swaby forces right here. I'm not sure what they're doing there. We're not unfriendly. We're not at war with them. We're just unfriendly with them. And I don't think they would attack us right away, would they? Would they really risk it? Would they? It's a possibility. Ooh, can we get a trade with these guys? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. We got oh god, 1 trade agreement there. That was pretty good. I hope I can actually use them as a buffer zone. I really don't want to lose them as that buffer zone for the northeast, which is where we start heading into the eastern part of Europe. Hopefully we can just keep a buffer zone there, because I don't really want to go northeast, or even north at all. Europe north right now seems to be shithole when I don't have my south secured yet. Like, I need to make sure my south is secure, because I still have a lot of factions being a buffer zone on my eastern side. And I also have a lot of buffer factions to the southeast, but not to the southwest. There's only Carthage, and I don't really trust Carthage. What is this? Empire, cultural conversion, and empire maintenance. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Right, you need to move down south. Let's move you. Quadruple army attack is incoming against the Athenians. There we go. Ooh, wow, Sparta is not doing too well. Not doing bad either, though. Slavery is going down again. It's slowly but surely going down. The Swaby, you know what? The Swaby are making me real nervous here. I'm gonna just start recruiting a few guys here and there. So, yeah. Yeah, like that. Wow, interruption there. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to build up this force here to counteract the Swaby. So let's end our turn and see what happens next. What comes of the stuff going on in the game. I have no idea. Carthage really doesn't seem to be doing anything all of this time. These 100 turns, mind you. Carthage has not really done anything. I do like fighting Carthage late game though, but it just annoys me that they never do anything. Like, if I'm not playing Rome, Carthage does stuff, but if I'm playing Rome, Carthage never does anything. It's really boring with them. It's kind of weird. You know, I really do want to. Just because they would be a good wall. It'd be a good wall. It would improve our relations as well, which would be good. No. I don't... Rome does not need allies. Even though realistically it had tons of allies. I mean, if anything, Rome in the ancient times, at least during the more earlier periods, would have been similar to the United States of America, and the British Empire might even be the more accurate term. There was a lot of autonomy as well. I mean, it wasn't like amazing amounts of autonomy, but it was there to some extent. Not in the largest. Maybe I'm using the word wrong, autonomy. But yeah, it was kind of like a city-state relationship, I guess. Kind of like a Hellenic League. But beside the point. That's a time that's long gone and short-lived as well, from my understanding. It's pretty short-lived in the Empire's history. Or at least it has the sense of being short-lived. Okay, Athens, we have got to be like 10 turns already, right? If you don't... Okay, what about a trade agreement? Shit, trade with them would be a lot better than just instant conquering. Because we have a chance to make a client state. I really want to make Athens a client state if I could. But no. No. Athens already right now is too weak to even oppose us. And so, because of that, there really is no reason not to attack it. War! Death to Athens! Death to democracy! Oh, you get my point. Oh boy. How bad was the oh wow, the poisoning. Holy shit, what happened to their garrison? I thought they had tons of garrison. This is like nothing. What the hell? Wow, alright. Whatevs. So this basically sinks almost all the... It should sink all of the Athenian fleets. And it should... kill... Oh crap, whoops, I accidentally clicked looted. Oh shit, not what I wanted. Oh well, what's done is done, can't change that now. Can't change that now. Fuck! Oh crap, no, not raiding. Patrol stance, you fools. Patrol stance. Please don't raid. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Ah, shit. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Ah, man. Okay, so that not only made them very unhappy, it made the entire empire unhappy, because I got more freaking slaves. Ugh. Oh well, what's done is done, whatever. Overall, Athens seems to be pretty much done by this point in the game. Okay, Pergamon, let's also get a military alliance. Oh, fuck, do I really want it with Pergamon? Shit, Pergamon would be good, though. They're loyal. They're really loyal. They won't be client state because they're too goddamn strong against Athens. You know what? Non-aggression pact. No. Fuck it. Defensive alliance.
My people will find much joy in this.
Can we create a satrapy? No.
I will sacrifice for your
client.
Continued good health.
Yeah. Okay. Defensive alliance. Good enough. Don't care. We're going with it. That way, there'll at least be one kind of ally we can drag into a defensive war if we need to. Holy hell, the North is gonna rebel. Oh, Game of Thrones reference right there. The North is gonna rebel. Alright, so let's put these armies north then into Sega. I can't pronounce tonight. I can't even say words properly. So let's bring them north to put down the rebel Starks. Let's... Right, entire province is under our control. We can make 2 more edicts, so which ones don't have edicts? You have an edict, you have an edict, you have an edict. You don't have any... I don't want to put an edict on that. You don't have an edict, but need one, so tax harvesting. Oh, wait, no. Oh, shit, wrong one. No, rather... this one, tax harvesting, and then this one, tax harvesting. There we go. We should be able to get more out of these than we would out of this one. So, yeah. So that's a thing. Let me think. Yeah, that's it. Whew, whoa. We made 5,000 a turn now. That is quite a lot of money. Not gonna lie. I don't usually make this much money unless I'm playing like the Seleucids, yeah. The Seleucids, oh my god, they're gold mined. I'm not kidding. They're the easiest faction to play in my opinion. Ooh, Pergamon might just be killed by Athens. They might just be killed by Athens. Nope, never mind. Spoke way too soon. Way too soon. So yeah, I no longer have a fear of Athens. Athens is pretty much out of the game as far as I'm concerned, and my computer crashed. Holy shit. Maybe it didn't. I'm not sure what happened. Oh my god. Okay, good. Game didn't crash. Computer didn't crash either. That's fantastic. But we got a triumph. Garrison lost at Sigindon. Marian military reform for the Legion. So yeah, let's actually read this through. The massive changes caused by the enormous expansion of the Res Republica have brought our society to a tipping point. The number of small farmers and the potential draftees of the army is in a steady decline, while the slaves working the latifundia estates, so I'm guessing Latin estates or Latinized estates, spread over Italy. Every new year it is difficult to recruit the necessary troops to defend our interests against the countless enemies of Roma. The number of men who meet the property requirements for military service is falling continuously. Even in the field, our mighty legions have suffered some setbacks. But now one of our best generals has recognized the problems and has begun a series of reforms to solve them and to improve the overall performance of the army. The old manipular distinctions are gone and all legionnaires carry standardized equipment provided by the state. Key point here. The old manipular distinctions are gone and all legionaries carry standardized equipment provided by the state. That actually, if you guys didn't know your history during the ancient world and even up till the modern world, this was a big deal. Like, this was major change. Because, especially during ancient, even some medieval powers just could not provide this at all. Even, I would argue, even up until like World War II, some really large powers like the USSR could not even provide this on when they needed to most. I mean, later on in World War II, yes, the USSR could provide, but that was much later, actually. Pretty late in the war, I would say. But anyways, moving on. The Capite Sensi, I might be butchering out some of these things. I'm sorry. I'm not freaking Latin. I'm not Italian. I'm not any of that, okay? I'm not even European. So I don't know any of this properly. Propertyless citizens are now recruited into the legions. However, without property requirements for service, new recruits come increasingly from the lower class of society, eager to earn wealth and glory in the legions. The class of professional soldiers is born. This is also a pretty important piece because this is exactly how almost all high level, I don't know how to say it, superpowers, I guess, what was considered first world nations. I know we don't really consider things first world, second world, and third world nations anymore, but for the sake of easing the conversation with you guys, basically all first world nations do this. And so yeah, you get a lot of poor people who join the military, but it's not all poor people, obviously, as stated in the earlier entry here. You do have a lot of rich people, well, semi-rich, middle-class people really joining the military. And there are benefits, like this says. There are real benefits to it. Not that I'm actually trying to make anyone go, it's just, I'm just pointing out, you know, not only ancient people realism, but today, well, ancient people how smart they were, and today how smart they are. So people don't get like some weird idea of ancient people and medieval people being really, really fucking stupid, because they're not. If they were, trust me, you would be too. New reforms usually open up new equipment and new ways of combat, not necessarily stronger overall, but usually more efficient for the time and for the challenges presented ahead. Some reforms can require a period of adaptation to the new tactics. Study well the differences in your troops, because this can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Reality is, when it came to the game, I'm sorry, Legionnaires are like, literally all of this I can upgrade, and they're going to be 10 times better. So, there's no reason not to upgrade at this point. Let's just upgrade what we can, because we might as well do it anyways. We are losing some money by doing this, but it's not too big a deal. We're still making enough to really make a difference, so we just upgraded all of our attacking legions down south. You can also upgrade it to the Legatus. What can you build now? Yeah, Legionnaires! We no longer need these Celt-Iberian horse piece of crap shoot stuff. Crap, that's right. We actually don't need the, yes, we no longer need the mercenary troops, right. You know what? No, yeah, you know what? We're gonna keep them. We're gonna keep them just because of flavor. We are gonna keep them for flavor. It's boring if we just got rid of all of them. Oh my god, there are so many buildings that need to be built. Field of Mars right here. Temple. This. Military wharf. Yeah. Alright, so we're kind of out of money, but I think we've upgraded all of our legions properly, so yeah. So let's check it out a little bit. So we have the Legatus, who is the Roman general and the head of the army, at least the legion that they control. Then you have the legionary cavalry, and then you have the legionnaires, which, my god, how many episodes has it been, how many turns, you know, that I've been waiting for the legionnaires. And then legionary javelin men, who, by the way, are very good in my opinion. I like them a lot more than the Velites. They're better armed, I'll say that much, and they're a little better at melee combat, so I like them. We no longer have to build the Velites, because they're going to be worthless if we do. Yeah, you can see right here, I don't like the veteran legionnaires. I do not like them. They're good, but they're not good enough. It's just, that's how it is. It's just how the dice rolls, you know. So yeah, Marian reforms, really cool. Really, really cool. A lot of point outs to both ancient times, you know, how things went, and kind of the relation to even modern times and how we still use a lot of these things, concepts anyways. Because you guessed it. Wait, did I move this? No, I did not move you. Because you guessed it, it's still very effective. It still gets the job done. Of course, I'm not saying all nations follow this kind of voluntary code of conduct. Many nations still probably use children soldiers as well. I'm not a fan of that, obviously, but, you know, what control do I possibly have over another nation and how they deal with their stuff? I think it's fucked up, but hey, some nations do need their soldiers, I guess, however they acquire them. Which is still very fucked up. Even in ancient times, not everyone used children soldiers. Granted, I guess you could say 14-year-olds do technically count as children to us, and would have still counted as children. Scientifically speaking, but, you know, back then, come on. you know, in the way back when times, you kind of had to fight. I'm not saying 14-year-olds were forced to fight. I'm just saying, you know, they kind of started fighting a little younger. Maybe 16 might be a more appropriate age, I would say. Probably the more average 16 might have been, at least for the more popular people. I would say probably for those who were not of the upper echelon, you probably started fighting around 20. Somewhere between 18 to 20, I would say, is the average. Because you kind of have to average those who are also coming in as like 30, 40, 50. So yeah, I would say that might be it. Or I could be wrong in that the majority started fighting at around their 20s to 30s, which would be pretty realistic in my opinion. I think that's a much more realistic estimate, actually. I'm not sure. Does anyone even do statistical studies on these things? That would be very interesting to note. Because they should. This gives us a good idea of how the ancient people and medieval people would have been like. But again, I personally just didn't do my study. Oh my god, what am I supposed to get? I don't know what I'm getting. Oh, what is it? What do I need? Screw it. Give me mercenary auxiliaries. Jesus. I've been holding that off for way too long. Wait, trespasser, trespasser, trespasser. What? I didn't really pay attention. Right, okay, they were fighting, right, the other dudes that we don't really give a shit for. You can be upgraded. We'll just put you in patrol region. Alright, so this here, we need to try and back up a little bit here. We'll put you here. Actually, what can we make over here? What? What is this? Pannonian Auxiliary Cavalry. Auxiliary Pannonian Spearmen. I don't know what a Pannonian is. But I can't... Okay, so I can make Legionnaires here still. Alright, whatever. Patrol that region. I don't really need to be here right now. Let's just move north, try and lower the public order penalties on Sigundan. Or whatever this region is that has that Singundan... Whatever that is. Whatever. Let's just put you into patrol region, and do I have any outstanding issues right now? It looks like the north is the only outstanding issue that I really have. You know what? Screw it. You, can we get, like, a defensive... Yeah, fuck this. Let's just get some ally. Why not? Massilia, do you think you can do something, please? Maybe I should have tried for an alliance earlier with them. That would have been really helpful. Yeah, okay, I think we're gonna try to move our armies, back. Actually, no, our spy first. We're not gonna move our armies yet. We're gonna move our spy. Ooh, shit, I don't know. Holy shit! Okay, they're moving in. Okay, good thing I just moved that spy there. I was like, don't I have a spy up north to do this shit? There we go. Alright, let's move this spy north now. I'm gonna try and sabotage these two giant armies here, mind you. You know what? The Swabi are probably gonna get really pissed off at me if I do this. So, if I do this, we might as well do this proper and prepare 2 javelins there. And let's put some... Let's get another horseman and then a legionnaire. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to start building up Legion 1, and then we'll move north, maybe to counteract any Swabi who try to invade us in Noreia, and then we'll try to use these 2 armies very soon, actually. We need to... You know what? Yeah. That needs to move north as quickly as possible. Okay, he's just outside of the range, which is really bad. Shit, can you reach in 1 turn? Yeah, you can. Shit, he can reach in 1 turn. We'll see what happens, Hopefully he doesn't go for it. If he does, it'll be a little problematic, because we might just lose it. It shouldn't be too big a deal. It shouldn't be too big a deal anyways. I hope. Oh god, I hope it's not too big a deal, because this is gonna suck if I have to pull everything up north just to deal with them. I really only want to pull my army north by land just so I can regroup it at Roma and attack Corsicans and whatnot. So if I could do that, that'd be great. Ooh, look at that! The Iberians are moving in. I think Pergamon just killed Athens right there. That's what I'm thinking just happened. Oh, you son of a bitch! I hate you. I hate you so much. Damn it. We're gonna fight this out, but I'm gonna fight it out in the next part.